Have you ever stepped out of the shower feeling a little lightheaded, your heart beating faster than usual, and thought to yourself, well, I guess that's just age catching up with me? I've heard that line from dozens of patients over the years. Most of them believed it was nothing serious. But what I've learned after decades as a neurologist is that some of the simplest, most ordinary shower habits can quietly raise the risk of stroke, especially after the age of 60. Picture this. It's late at night, the house is quiet, and you're getting ready for bed. A warm shower seems like the perfect way to relax. Or maybe it's early morning, and you want that cold splash of water to wake you up. Those moments feel harmless, even comforting. But for older adults, these routines can sometimes be more dangerous than they appear. I'll never forget one of my patients, Mr. Johnson, a 70-year-old retired teacher. He had a nightly routine, showering close to midnight because he believed it helped him sleep better. For years, nothing seemed wrong. But one chilly winter night, after stepping out of the bathroom, he told his wife he felt dizzy. Minutes later, he collapsed on the couch. At the hospital, scans revealed he had suffered a stroke. The doctors concluded that the sudden constriction of his already stiff blood vessels, triggered by the late-night shower, had been a major factor. His family was stunned. How could such a harmless routine nearly cost him his life? Here's why. As we age, our blood vessels lose their flexibility. They're no longer like young rubber hoses, able to stretch and adapt quickly. Instead, they're more like old, brittle pipes. Sudden changes in temperature, stepping into a hot shower in a cold bathroom, for example, can cause those vessels to clamp down abruptly. That means less blood reaches the brain and heart, raising the risk of a serious event. The solution doesn't mean giving up comfort. It just means small adjustments. If you enjoy showering at night, try bathing earlier in the evening before the temperature drops. Warm up the bathroom first with a heater or by running hot water for a few minutes. Most importantly, listen to your body. If you ever feel chilled, dizzy, or notice your heart racing, step out and rest. On the other end of the spectrum are people who swear by cold showers in the morning. My neighbor, Mr. Harris, was one of them. At 72, he was still strong and adventurous. After reading about the supposed benefits of cold showers, he decided to start his mornings with icy blasts. At first, he told everyone how invigorating it felt. But after a couple of weeks, he fainted and was later diagnosed with a minor stroke. The doctors explained that the shock of freezing water caused his blood pressure to spike, and with his aging arteries, that sudden stress was enough to create a dangerous clot. Then there's the other extreme: long, hot baths. Mrs. Jenkins, a 68-year-old grandmother, loved soaking in steaming water after long days of babysitting her grandkids. It was her sanctuary. But one afternoon, after sinking into the hot tub, she suddenly felt faint and slumped forward. What had happened? When the body is exposed to very hot water, blood vessels dilate quickly. That sudden drop in blood pressure can leave the brain and heart starved for oxygen. For someone with high blood pressure or heart disease, the result can be devastating. Another common mistake? Forgetting to drink water before showering. Many older adults already live in a state of mild dehydration. We lose our natural sense of thirst as we age, and by the time we feel thirsty, our blood may already be too thick. That sluggish circulation is a perfect setup for dizziness, or worse. I always tell my patients, drink a glass of water 15 to 20 minutes before bathing. One of my patients, Mrs. Brown, tried this simple habit. After a few weeks, she told me the dizzy spells she used to experience after her morning showers had completely disappeared. And then there's the urge to shower immediately after exercise. Mr. Thompson, 65, was an active retiree. He loved brisk walks and light workouts at the community center, but his habit was to come home, dripping with sweat, and head straight for the shower. One day, he felt lightheaded under the water and collapsed. Here's why. After exercise, your heart is still racing, your blood vessels are dilated, and you've lost fluids through sweat. Jumping into a hot shower at that moment can make your blood pressure drop dangerously low. The fix is easy. Rest 15 to 20 minutes, hydrate, let your heart rate settle, then shower. That short pause can make all the difference. Food and medication play a role too. One Sunday afternoon, Mr. Miller enjoyed a hearty family lunch, took his blood pressure medication, and decided to shower right after. Within minutes, he felt weak and collapsed. At the hospital, doctors confirmed he'd had a mild stroke. Why? After a big meal, blood rushes to your digestive system. Blood pressure medication can compound that effect, lowering circulation even more. Add in the heat of a shower, and suddenly the brain isn't getting enough blood. The lesson: after eating or taking medication, give your body at least 30 to 45 minutes before bathing. What ties all these stories together is one simple truth. Our bodies usually warn us first. A wave of dizziness, a pounding heart, a sudden chill, these are not just aging. They're signals. Ignoring them is like ignoring a smoke alarm. Yet so many older adults brush them off, thinking it's nothing. That's when disaster strikes. Now, I don't share these stories to scare you into avoiding your bathroom. Far from it. Showers and baths can and should be moments of relaxation and comfort. But like many things in life, they need small adjustments as we get older. Drink water beforehand. Warm the bathroom. Wait after meals or exercise. Pay attention to how you feel. At 60, 70, or even 80, our bodies simply don't respond the way they used to. Blood vessels are less elastic, the heart works harder, and our nervous system is more sensitive to small changes. But that doesn't mean we're powerless. In fact, with age comes wisdom. We know our bodies better, we can listen more carefully, and we have the discipline to make smarter choices. I often remind my patients that health isn't built on grand decisions or heroic efforts. It's shaped by tiny, everyday choices. A glass of water before a shower, a few minutes of rest after exercise, choosing to shower at 8 p.m. instead of midnight. These may seem trivial, but together they form the foundation of a safer, healthier routine. Think about it this way. You've spent decades caring for your family, working hard, giving your best. Now the most important gift you can give is caring for yourself, so you can continue enjoying these years with your children, grandchildren, and friends. That care starts with the simplest habits, even the way you shower. So the next time you reach for the faucet, remember, small changes can prevent big problems. Don't think of them as restrictions, but as acts of kindness toward yourself. Acts that may keep you healthy, strong, and here, living fully with the people you love for many years to come.